Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. This is the Aries live spread reading. I'm recording this intro separately because I already recorded the Aries live spread reading. What happened was something happened to the to the introduction, so I'm having to record this separately just to let you know how I do the readings for the live spread. So with the live spread, we have two decks of cards that are used. One is the small Rider-Waite pack miniature deck, and I also use, let's get that in order. I also use my universal weight pocket deck too. Okay, the first deck is used in 5 areas. All right, so with your live spread, we look at 5 areas of your life. Okay, the first deck of cards I shuffle, cut, and then for each area we look at I'll tell you the areas that we look at. We look at your personal situation, we look at your home life, your career, your love life, and your future. For each area there is a set of 4 cards. At the top of the 4 cards we have the key card. So we have one card that represents a key card, which is influences that you might be experiencing now or you'll be experiencing in the future in 2016. The last 3 cards on the bottom of that key card will show past, present, future events, okay, all linked to the key card. Or it could be, if it's not anything that you can remember from the past, it might be certainly happening now, present, future. Or it could simply be that something's happening now and the rest is to follow. So present, future, or simply all future, if that makes any sense to you. We can never go back on readings, we can only go forward. So we look at 5 areas in your life. We then lay down an extra card, which is the information stroke advice card. This is a card that represents what you need to know at this particular time. It's very important concerning the reading. These cards here, which are your universal weight pocket tarot deck cards, I'll shuffle those, and they are called the anchor cards. We lay out 7, so we shuffle, cut, lay out 7 cards, and these are all major arcanas. None of these are pip cards or court cards. They're all major arcanas. 7 cards. Of those 7, they'll all represent an area, okay, within your life spread. So card 1 will be the basis stroke foundation. So this is a situation, this is how you're potentially feeling at the moment, or how you will be feeling in your life, but usually it represents how you're feeling at the moment. Okay, that card will allude to your personal situation, so that will be the anchor card for your personal situation. So whatever's going on personally for you at the moment, Aries, with the basis foundation card, which is number 1, it should show how that situation will play out. We'll then have card number 2, which will be your love card, and which will represent the area of love. So it shows how a situation will play out in your love life. Number 3, work. It will show how a situation will play out in your work life. But also we can use for your career, we can use not only the work card number 3, we can also use the love card. We can also look at card number 5, which is the immediate future card, as well as card number 6, which is your wishes card. Okay, so cards number 5 and 6 will show how that situation within your career can be resolved, and card number 2 and 3 will show potentially what's happening at the moment, how things are playing out at the moment in terms of your career. Card number 4 in the anchor is the central theme, and this will allude to how this will tie everything up in the reading, and it will show how you might react to certain areas within your life spread. Finally, card number 5, as I've mentioned, is the immediate future. That will allude to how things are going to kind of work out within your future position. Card number 6 is your wishes. So this is how you want things to go in terms of your life spread. And card number 7 is the overall future, okay, which will show overall the way things are heading within your life spread for 2016. Hope that makes sense, guys, for you. And now on to the reading. Okay guys, so your cards have been shuffled, they've been drawn. We have both sections here, the anchor section with the 7 major arcana cards, and also your areas. Okay, so remember that we're focusing on your personal life currently, your home life, your career, your love life, and your future, with the advice card also showing as the Page of Cups. So your personal life is actually, we're going to start with the basis foundation currently. Hope you guys can see that the lighting is awful. The tower is the basis foundation. So this is influences around you at the moment, how you might be actually feeling currently. The Tower card is all about, sometimes it can be about expecting the worst. With the tarot, even though it has certain meanings to it, for example, the Tower card would be an unexpected event that kind of rocks your world. So, but I always find with a lot of the cards, you know, it's kind of things that you are expecting anyway. I have the Tower card feature in my life quite heavily in 2015, and I was kind of working towards a situation, or kind of walking, I suppose, in my actions, in the people that were around me, that this was an inevitable thing that was going to happen. And the Tower card for me was kind of the turning point. It was the watershed. It was the tears. It was the anger. It was the revelation. It was the revelation for me personally, that it's just that I needed to do something about certain parts of my life in order to enhance my life. That was my epiphany moment with the Tower card. The Tower is an epiphany. It's not just about what happens on the outside, it's about what happens on the inside. So I feel that some of you guys, Aries, are really feeling within yourselves something needs to change. And I find with the Tower, it's almost where you need to do something in order to force a change, because the Tower can come from us as well, where we need to just kind of tear the fucker down, tear everything down that's been built up, because we know that it's not right, or we know that it's built on something shoddy. So never misunderstand with tarots the understandings and the meanings of these cards, because they are very, very nuanced, they're intricate, they're multi-layered, and you know, sometimes you'll get that card in a reading and a reader will probably say to you something unexpected and probably not very nice is going to happen because you've got the Tower there. But a lot of the time, if I've read that Tower for a particular person, I know, according to how the cards are kind of laid out, whether this is something external that's going to happen or whether this is something internal within themselves. So for me, the Tower card is all about facing up to the truth. And I feel that emotionally, with a lot of you Aries people, it's about facing up to the truth currently, and that you want to probably create a shake-up. You want to probably create something in your life that's going to change where you are. I really sense in this reading that you guys are wanting change. And if change will not come off its own accord, you're going to make it happen. And I feel with the Tower card, it's about making things happen, because sometimes things can just seem too boring, too staid, too stuck. And if we don't take the action to make things change, sometimes that's the way that they stay. So I feel with the Tower card, for you guys at the moment, it might be that you're expecting the worst, or you're hoping that the worst is going to be over. But also in a lot of instances, I feel with that Tower card as well, is that whenever I've seen kind of that nothing is changing, that nothing is happening, that nothing is moving, that nothing is turning, we tend to put certain moves, certain things into practice that ensure that change is going to be made. So it could be, for example, I don't know, you've got a massive nose, okay, a massive hawk nose or something like that. I know this is probably a very stupid analogy, but I'm just trying to give you a kind of an idea of what I'm talking about. Say, for example, you've got a massive nose, a massive hawk nose, and it's really affecting your life, and you just don't feel that you can kind of be who you want to be, or be the happy person that you want to be, because you just don't like your nose. So your Tower moment would be whereby you go to a surgeon and you say to that surgeon, I want to change my nose because I don't like the way it looks, and I want a radical change on it so it's slimmer, it's smaller, and it just looks nicer on my face. So that Tower will be the surgeon chipping away at the nose, turning it into something that's smaller, slimmer, and looks nicer on the face as far as you're concerned. And therefore, after the Tower has fallen, after the nose has come away and they've rebuilt it, that's your Tower moment. Taking away something that you're unhappy with and rebuilding it through your own actions. Okay, so I feel that that's potentially not the nose thing, by the way, Aries. Just in general in your life, I really feel, I get a sense that you just want to tear something down. You just want to tear this fucker off the root. You know, you just want to tear it off. You're sick of it. I just get a feeling that you're kind of sick of a few things in your life, and you just want change, and you're raring to go, and you're just like, you know what, I'm ready to kind of just do this thing. This can also be, as I've said, whereby you're probably, you know, for some of you guys, you might be hoping that a situation in your life that has been difficult, the worst is over with that. It might be that you could be experiencing at the moment, you know, separations, or because this is a card of separation, it's the card of something that was stable falling apart. Could be a marriage, could be a, you know, something to do with a marriage and divorce, financial problems, that type of thing. But I feel with the basis of the situation, you are really wanting change. And this card is also about, as I've just mentioned, taking drastic measures to ensure change. And usually if we take drastic measures, it usually comes from us as people. We initiate stuff. So it's the card of initiation, to rebirth, to renewal, to healing, to a new life. And that is exciting because the Tower is an exciting card. No matter what anybody says, it's a very, very exciting card. And it's not always a bad thing at all. It's not. It is surprise in its general meaning. It is the unexpected, but only if it's an external event around us. If the Tower is within you, this is what you have control over. So you're the one that's taking the extreme measures to ensure that something that doesn't work, or something that isn't working for you at the current time, is taken down so that you have a chance to rebuild your life or rebuild yourself. In your personal life, Aries, we have the Three of Pentacles showing as the key card. Okay, so this suggests to me that either as an influence now or an influence in the future, you know, this card is concentrated on work, its career, its goals, it's making plans, it's laying foundations, it's constructing something. If you look at this card here, these people are talking to this workman about plans that they've got. So they're showing him plans, and they're showing him the way that they want something to be done or something to be built. So I feel that maybe for some of you guys currently or in the future, you're going to be probably attending lots of meetings, lots of communication there with that Three of Pentacles card. I feel it could be work related or heavily work related within your life. This is the card of making progress. So I feel that a lot of you guys are looking to make progress with certain plans that you've got with that Three of Pentacles card. And we see card number two, sorry, either in the past or the present, or past straight present, is the, sorry about the lighting, is so bad, the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is the evaluation card, okay? Now, in its general meaning, it's moving from a difficult situation into a more positive one. But if you look at these two people in the boat, there's two people there that this guy is taking safely to shore. This is still the conflicts, because you are actually the person who's steering the boat. You're the person who's steering it. And the two people in there, you want to offload. You want to kind of get rid of. So these are still your thoughts in that boat. This is still the cloudiness. This is still trying to make your way through a situation. And I feel that this is in relation to whatever this construction or this building is, or these plans are. You've still got some areas in your personal life that you might need clarity on, that you might need to sort out, that you might need, and you might be looking to take drastic measures with that, because we do have the King of Swords showing in the present stroke future position. Now, this could be an individual potentially coming in who's going to help you, because it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or even a Capricorn individual. Okay. But this is more a card of wanting to get ahead and having absolute definitive resolution on that. It's the card of clarity. It's the card of taking action after you've kind of found the clarity. That's what the King of Swords does. He's really clever, and he is he looks at things from a certain perspective, which means that he will tend to look at things from a viewpoint of head over heart. So he's very much in his head. So he's very logical and very reasoned as an individual. He is for me, in the center of the reading, this is clear perception, because when I look at that Six of Swords, it's two people, it's one person trying to make their way through. Okay, this can represent things like business, working within the business world, with people within the business world, that type of thing. But you're definitely, there's something I feel maybe to do with work for some of you Aries people that you're trying to kind of get some kind of clarity on, because we do have that Six of Swords in the past stroke present, where the lack of clarity is still in the boat. It's still there. You're looking to offload something there. You're trying to get yourself across to clearer waters, but the lack of clarity with those two people there are still in the boat. With the King of Swords in the present stroke future, it says to me clear perception, because that's what the King of Swords does. He clearly looks at a situation and is able then to make a decision on it. So it is clear perception. Okay, and the lack of clarity here is where you're nearly there. You're nearly getting to that clear perception, but there's just a few more strides to take before you can offload those people in the boat. The future situation in your personal life, Aries, is the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is creating conditions of change. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana, and the one thing I want you guys to know from my perspective as being a tarot reader, a lot of the time people will say these major arcanas have kind of a life of their own, so it's going to come in whether you like it or not. But that's not true, because it's the things that we create, it's the things that we do that enable change, okay? And it can be long-lasting change, or it can be change that only lasts for like a few weeks or a day or a couple of months or that type of thing. But the Wheel of Fortune, and even with the major arcanas, it doesn't guarantee that it's going to be absolutely long lasting. It's really just that you are creating the conditions for change with that Wheel of Fortune card. Okay. This can be a change of plans, for example, with that Wheel of Fortune. It could be news or information, but that comes in that helps to create that change. But what I do feel here is that change is inevitable after you have a clear perception on this issue. So we see that there is progress wanting to be made with something in your personal life, either now or in the future. We see that there is still a lack of clarity over something. So the progress is not completed, because the number 3 card is the initial completion. There's still more work to do, and the more work to do is within the 6 of Swords in your past stroke present position. There's still more work to do, and the work to do is to safely get these people off the boat. Okay, so for some of you guys, this might be work related. Okay, maybe it's a work related trip here where you need to deliver something potentially, and maybe there's a lot of kind of burden with that, responsibility for something. Okay, so I feel there's a lot of responsibility here as well with this 6 of Swords in terms of your personal life, but you're looking to kind of offload that, and you're going to feel a lot better, and maybe you're thinking of ways to offload this responsibility or this difficulty in actually making a smooth transition to making sure that this progress that you're seeking in your personal life does come full circle and everything is completed. After this clear perception, so the clear perception is finding a way to enable this progress. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is putting plans into action. Okay, so we have 6 of Swords making strides towards clarity, perception, clear perception, but you've still got work to do with those 2 people in the boat. Finally, with the King of Swords in the present stroke future position, we see that you're now able to start taking action on this, because there is a clear perception, there is a clear way forward with that King of Swords. And in the future position, we see, as a result of the clear perception from the present stroke future, we do see with that Wheel of Fortune some change coming in. Now, the card that relates to this is the Tower. So this is your anchor card for this, the Tower. So I'm feeling that this Tower relates to, more than anything, card 2 and card 4. Card 2 is the lack of clarity, or still having the obstacle, or still having the thing that stands in the way of you moving forward in a certain area of your life, in your personal life. So this is what you believe at the moment. You're moving forward, but you can't see that things are going to come full circle, or things are going to come good for you with that card. Okay, you're still making stride, but there's still doubt there. I see the 6 of Swords also as being, with those 2 people in the boat, doubt. Your doubts are still in the boat. You're moving forward, but the 2 people that you're carrying, the responsibility, the burden that you're carrying, is still your doubts in the personal situation. However, with the Wheel of Fortune, we see that your doubts are dispelled because we have the Tower. The Tower card is a card of releasing doubt as well. Anything that has been built up, anything that you strongly believe in, is dispelled with that card. And this is why I was saying with this Tower card that it's about creating conditions that get rid of situations that we feel are really kind of gnawing at us, that we feel are standing in our way. We want to get rid of something. We just want a complete clean sweep. We want to create a new condition, a new life. We want to rebuild something. So for me, within your personal life, it looks like you're trying to rebuild something. You've got plans. You want to make progress. But perhaps with the Six of Swords in the past, present, you just don't know how you're going to do it. You're moving towards it, but you've still got the nagging doubts in that boat. Your doubts are fixed. But with clear perception, we see the Wheel of Fortune. The clear perception is also in the Tower card. So your clear perception is, I'm going to find a way to do this, and I do find a way to do it. And that's where your epiphany moment comes in with the Tower. It dispels any myth that you've had within your personal life that something cannot be achieved, because it can, because we see the Tower falling. Anything that you've built up in your mind that you say that can't be done or achieved can be achieved with that. Brilliant. We're going to look at your home life now. Home life, Aries, is showing the Ace of Cups as your key card. Okay. Now, the Ace of Cups as a key card talks about fresh beginnings. Okay. Fresh starts, newness, new life, new happiness, new positive conditions. So as an external influence, this is what you're wanting to create for yourself, or this is what will be created in the future. Card 2 shows Temperance. So I feel that you guys are coming through some form of a testing time in the past or stroke the present. You're trying to create balance here with this Temperance card. You're trying to create conditions that are conducive to how you want to feel as a person. Safe, balanced, happy, on an even keel. However, in the present future, we're seeing the Devil card. The Devil card is an interesting card because the Devil card talks about entrapment, or it talks about somebody who has control over us, okay? With that Ace of Cups, it might also be within your home life. You are scrutinising maybe some form of a relationship, maybe with a sibling, a loved one, a mother, a father, could even be with a partner in your home life. So you're scrutinising something, you're evaluating it with the Ace of Cups showing as your key card there. And we see that you are wanting to achieve some sort of balance or resolution on an issue here in the past or present with the Temperance card. However, we do, as I've said, have the Devil card, okay? And even though you're scrutinising something potentially within your home life, I feel that you are standing for the status quo, because this is a card of not kind of not pushing the apple cart, if that makes any sense. Not, that's probably the wrong expression, but not pushing for things, kind of keeping things the way they are, allowing somebody else potentially to have the upper hand over you, allowing yourself to be controlled in something. So I do feel that for some of you guys in your home life, you want some form of a fresh start here. You're working towards it with Temperance. You're probably trying to work something out also with that Temperance card. But for the time being in the present, and I feel this might be in the present, to be honest with you, with the Devil card, that, or it could potentially be past present, you're kind of saying, you know, I don't really want to push something here. So I'm just going to allow this person to have the control that they need to have, or I'm just going to kind of stay in a situation at the moment until I can actually find a way through it. With the Magician card as your future card, it shows that whatever this is, okay, you are going to gain control over this, okay? This is a new course of action card, because the Magician has all the skills it needs. It has everything in its way, every single tool that it needs to create better conditions for itself. It is a magician. It creates whatever it wants. It is a person that creates magic. So this is you creating a condition where you're able to, I feel, move forward from a situation, Aries, in your home life that isn't conducive to you. For some of you guys, you might be looking to move home, for example, and you know, you want a fresh start maybe for some of you guys in terms of your own home, because the Ace of Cups is the fresh start card. But maybe you've had to kind of be patient with the Temperance card in the past stroke present, and maybe you're having to kind of just hold fire and stay where you are with the Devil card. The Devil card doesn't always have to mean that somebody's got you tied and you know, banged up. It could be that you can't move because of money with the Devil card in the present situation. It might be that you're having to stay where you are because of money, because you're chained to a certain amount of money that you might earn. The Devil card doesn't always represent kind of being addicted to stuff. It literally can just be that you are held back in a certain situation because of unfavorable conditions. Something's controlling you, and whatever it is that's controlling you can be your finances, which don't allow you to be free. But the Magician card in the future position says that you will find a way forward. You will find a way out of whatever this thing is that is holding you back within your home life. And we don't have a key card for the home life, Aries, but we do have the central theme card, which is Temperance, which is telling me that you need patience. You need patience, and you also need to kind of keep yourself balanced emotionally over your home life, because this angel is pouring never-ending water between two cups, okay? So the flow is quite balanced. It's not either one way or the other. So it's not to think too negatively about the situation, and it's not to get too overly confident about the situation, but it's just to take everything in your stride and just to believe that the universe is working something out for you there. So it's not a bad reading at all for your home life, but I do definitely feel within your home life you are looking for a fresh start. Something might be, there might be slight delays on this with that Temperance card that might be testing you. The Devil in the present situation, it could be a person. I've seen the Devil card turn up for people who are a little bit sneaky, who aren't so honest, that type of thing. Could be something that's holding you back or controlling you, like lack of finance, or a person that might be holding you back within the home life that you feel that you can't be free from. But the Magician does say that things will turn out favorably for you, but you've got to put a certain course of action into place, Aries, in order to enable that. In your love life, it's very, very interesting because it shows us the Ten of Cups as your card, your key card. Let's have a look at this card. This is all about committed relationships. So I feel as an influence now, you could be in something that's quite committed in terms of a love relationship. Or it could be that you are looking for one, okay, with that card. So this is the influence that's either around you now or something that you're going to be realizing in the future, I find, okay? Let's have a look. It's interesting because we do have the Nine of Wands showing up. Whoopsie daisy. Do have the Nine of Wands showing up as card 2. So this is in your past stroke present. This could either be, because whenever I look at the Nine of Wands, it spells trouble to me, or somebody's on the lookout for trouble, okay? Or somebody's on their guard, or somebody's kind of on the last leg of their energy. They're exhausted by something, okay? So I feel that relationships and committed relationships and possibly marriages are heavily highlighted for some of you Aries, or you're looking for some sort of commitment. Maybe in the past you've had due cause to be cautious about the relationship. Alternatively, this is a card about standing out from the crowd, okay? So people noticing you, because if you notice, this guy has one wand and there's 8 wands behind him. He kind of stands out from everything out. So this could be where you're literally, the meaning for this card sometimes to do with love can actually be where you're juggling 2 partners, or you're juggling 2 ideas, or you're juggling options, okay, because you are in demand, because you stand out to someone, okay? So I feel that if you're already in a committed relationship, or you're looking for a committed relationship in the future in terms of love, it could literally be that you have a fair few suitors, or a couple of suitors to choose from, Aries. In the present stroke future position, we see the Four of Swords. This is taking time out, okay? It's taking time to think. So perhaps if this Nine of Wands is in the past stroke present, and the Four of Swords is in the present stroke future position, this will be you taking time out to think about what it is that you want to do. Okay, you might have everything you need currently at the moment in terms of this Ten of Cups in your relationship sector. Happiness, fulfillment within a relationship. However, it's not so fulfilled because maybe this is what you're actually looking for. You might be in a relationship currently, but it might not be that fulfilling. Okay, this is what you might actually be looking for. So you might have a choice on a couple of people, and you might need time you might need to take time out with that Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, often when I've seen this come up, for example, if people have come to me asking for readings on their love life, and they've said, you know, how does this person feel about me now, or can you give me a Celtic cross reading on, you know, this person, and that card comes up, say for example in the future position or perhaps in the present position, that lets me know that there is no contact. Somebody's not contacting somebody else. There's just silence. There's lack of contact because the person is asleep and they're thinking. They're taking time out to think. So I think that this will be you guys. And it's also the card of evaluation, Aries. So it might be you guys taking time out to evaluate what you want to do. However, we do see justice as the final, as the future card for this, which means that you'll come to a decision. And justice is weighing things up. What is best for us to do? It's often, for me, the justice card is quality over quantity. Okay, so it's going to be weighing up in the future, I feel, what is best for you guys in terms of a relationship and how to go forward with that. So, you know, it's weighing up which person do I choose? How are they going to make me feel as an individual? How do they make me feel as an individual? You'll make a decision in the future, I feel, within your love life, potentially over a couple of suitors. But in the present stroke future, in the middle card, the Four of Swords, you'll be taking time to think things through. As your card that represents this, the anchor card is the Star. So it's one of faith, it's one of hope. It could literally be you guys being the star, standing out. And that would really suit very well with that Nine of Swords in the past stroke present situation. This could all be future, future, future if you're not experiencing it currently. But this could literally be you guys standing out, okay? Standing out from the rest, being the star, being in the spotlight in terms of relationships. This can also be a card of divine guidance, okay? Or getting your wishes come true. So I feel within your love life, whatever it is that you're wishing for, because the anchor cards will always take precedence over these cards because they're going to show you the outcome of the situation. It says whatever decision you make will be the right one because it's secretly what you've been wishing for and the universe is delivering it to you. In your career, which is interesting, we have the Judgment card showing up as your key card, okay? For influences now, I feel that this is second chances. This is something that has come back around. And it's really funny because we have Judgment and we've also got the Six of Cups as the number 2 card. And both cards can reference things from the past coming back in terms of your career. So maybe for some of you guys, you've left a job and you've decided that you're going back to it, or you're wanting to go back to a job, you're wanting to reignite something. For some of you guys, you want rebirth. Okay, maybe something hasn't been spoken about within a job. Maybe you feel a little bit tired in terms of a role that you're in at the moment, or as an influence coming in, this could potentially be happening. Okay, maybe in terms of your career also, you've been waiting for something to happen. The Judgment card can also be a card about waiting for things to happen, and they suddenly do happen. So I feel that Judgment in terms of your present situation or the situation influences that are coming in is anything that you've been waiting on will materialize for you with that Judgment card. What's interesting, I feel, about the number 2 card and the number 3 card and the number 4 card is that it shows me a story. When the Six of Cups came up in the past position, past stroke future, you know, you can't always look at cards and read them like, okay, so in your past position, we had the past, because it doesn't make any sense at all. So you got to look at the picture in terms of your career. And this suggests to me kind of somebody seducing someone else, someone trying to offer somebody or dangle a carrot to someone, somebody trying to kind of offer something to someone. This is a card I feel somebody in terms of your work life might have the upper hand. Could be a boss. It could be that you've been waiting for something with the Judgment card as your overall influence or an influence that's coming in, and it's going to come in, whatever it is in terms of your career. But I feel that with the Six of Cups in the past present situation of your career life, this is kind of you guys not being or not experiencing the type of job or the type of responsibility that you want to experience, because we do have an older child here offering flowers to a younger child. So it's almost like it's almost like you're waiting. You've been plodding along maybe for a certain time in terms of your career, and waiting for an opportunity to come through. And as the Six of Cups, we can see somebody who's giving something to a younger child here. I feel that in your past stroke present, it's either that you've been offered something new, or you're going to be offered something new. Okay. It might be something that you're inexperienced in, because the number 6, the Six of Cups, is often a card about inexperience, naivety, childlike wonder. But it's also the card of excitement as well, because children get excited at a lot of things. So I feel that this is potentially, in terms of your career, something new, something exciting, something young that potentially some of you guys are going into, straight past, straight present. But I do feel that you're being offered something here. And this can be something that lifts your spirits, makes you feel really happy about it. Because the Six of Cups is often a card about nostalgia. Okay. Alternatively, it could be something that you've left in the past, a job that you've left, okay, that you were quite happy with. Hence, maybe you're looking back on something that you left and you're wanting it back, because we do have Judgment as that overall influential card currently, now, or in the future. Okay. So maybe with that, wanting something to rear its head again, wanting something to come back round. It could be linked in with this Six of Cups in the past. Maybe you left a job and now you're kind of regretting it and you're wishing that you were back there. That would tie in heavily with the nostalgia theme. Also, we see the Moon card in the present stroke future in terms of your career. What I'm getting from this is that there could be some emotional conflicts, maybe. Maybe you left with the Six of Cups a perfectly good job and you went to a new one, guys. And this Moon card is showing up kind of conflicts in situations. But the Moon card is very interesting because it means that we suppress our deepest emotions. So maybe it's something that you can't quite reveal. Maybe it's something that you can't quite talk about and you're having to be kind of fairly silent about, and you're having to kind of just I suppose put up with and shut up with, and that type of thing. I feel that with the Moon card, our emotions are kind of not in control. This can also be things that are hidden from you within the workplace, or things that you don't know about currently within the workplace. But I feel that this is more kind of having to master your emotions within the workplace. So if you're feeling a bit fraught, a little bit kind of like pissed off at certain things within work, this can say that you have to master the art of kind of internally controlling your emotions with the Moon card in the present situation, present stroke future. And finally, as a future card, we do have the Six of Pentacles, which kind of tells me that there'll be something in the future in terms of work whereby you'll get some returns on it. Okay. This is a card of giving. It can be the card of promotions or new work or new finances coming in terms of work, but it doesn't say that you're going to be at your top of your game. Okay. It just says that, you know, you're going to continue to get finances coming through. So there'll be a continued receiving of finances in your job. You're going to be fine financially to a certain extent, but it still smacks to me that you won't be where you want to be as yet, but you will get there in terms of your career, because we do have the World showing as your anchor card, which says that, okay, you may be experiencing some high emotion presently within your job. You may be looking for even liberation with that Judgment card, or something to happen, or something that you've been waiting on to surface to actually happen for you. Okay. Somebody might have dangled even a carrot in front of your face and said, yeah, you're going to get this raise, or yeah, we're going to promote you, or yeah, you're going to get this job, but for now, we'll give you this to keep you quiet with that Six of Cups. And it might be that they give you something here. but it's still not exactly what you want. But it does tell me with the World card that you are going to get what you want. This is the advice, this is the outcome card for this particular section. The World card is a wonderful card because it talks about real gain and financial success and real achievement as well. So I feel that you're going to achieve what you want with this card, okay? And it's funny because we do have the Star card. As I've said, we use this for the love reading, but we can also use it in the career. Here we are. You may be standing out in terms of your job, okay? So this is why you get what you want, because you may literally be the star, okay? And also that there are very positive conditions around you to create success within your career. The two cards that show the absolute future outcome for that career section are the immediate future and the Judgment card. The immediate future shows the Empress, somebody who is sitting in their own power, somebody who is finally seeing the crops come through, who is finally starting to be able to see what their creations are giving to them, what they've created, someone who's sitting in their abundance, somebody who's seeing the initial completion of a plan. So there's definitely movement forward. There's definitely progress with this thing that you're waiting to come in within your career. And finally, we have Judgment again, which says whatever you've been waiting for is going to come about for you. So it's a brilliant reading for your career section. Finally, in your future, we have the Chariot as your key card, which says that you are looking to move forward through conflicts, Aries, okay? You've had a time of where there's been a lot of diversity, a lot of kind of conflicts being pulled one way or the other, but you are actually going to be moving forward. You're looking to move forward in the future. In all areas of your life, I feel, with this future card here. There might be some minor uphill struggles with this card because we've got the Ten of Wands showing up in your future. But I wouldn't worry about it at all because it's minor. And this card is really saying not to lose hope and to accept help if it should come to you. Don't take too much responsibility, too much pressures on your shoulder in the pursuit of success, okay? Take everything as it comes and work with the energies, but don't take on anything unnecessary because you need to prove a point or because you want to move faster than the universe is moving with you, okay? We also have the King of Wands showing up, Aries, which says that you're going to be standing in your confidence, in your truth. You're going to be mastering ways to move forward with that King of Wands. I love the King of Wands in a way. As a person, he's a bit of a player. If we were to look at him in a love reading, I've always seen this guy, I suppose, as a bit of a player, someone who is who's not always honest. But in terms of an energy and as a person, in terms of business and stuff, it says that you're going to be able to mastermind projects and goals. And really, this talks about the power of being an individual, which helps push you forward, okay? So don't be afraid to kind of step outside the box, be who you are, and introduce new ways and processes to make your life better with that King of Wands in the future position, which in turn in the future is going to create a lot of change for you, which is showing up with the Death card. So you're going to need to embrace the changes that come through with your future, okay? Because this is what you want. And this is why I was saying with the Tower card, it was really saying to me that as the basis situation for you Aries people, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, you are going to be putting things into action this year that are going to create change. The work is on you guys. Nothing comes to you just like that. You've got to work for it. You have to work for it if you want change, and you do want change. You definitely want change, and you're willing to, you know, go to extreme measures to create those changes for you. And it's brilliant that you're coming from that basis, because all the way through this reading, I'm seeing you guys wanting a lot of change, wanting a lot of differences in your life. And it shows with this future reading in the Empress. This is your immediate future. Sitting in your power, okay? Sitting in your confidence, okay? Watching the crops grow, okay? But there is still more work ahead because the baby is not born. There might still be some frustrations because the Empress can represent frustrations because she's 9 months. Well, she might be 9 months, I don't know. She's pregnant, and so she's waiting for the birth. So there might still be having to wait for the realization of things to absolutely bloom fully, okay? But you've set the wheels in motion here, and it can only go better from here. And the outcome pertaining to all the reading on the live spread for you, Aries, is the Fool card. The Fool is brilliant because the Fool takes risks, it takes chances, it's all about new beginnings. So you definitely have new beginnings coming in. New beginnings, fresh starts all over coming in this year for you, Aries. Absolutely wonderful reading. Absolutely wonderful reading. There is definitely some new wonderful changes coming up for you, and they're bright and they're exciting. Just as the Fool card is bright and exciting. I feel that you guys are looking to try something new this year. You're looking to rebuild your life and step out maybe as a new person. And this is what will happen for you. This is the way, when we look at the absolute future card, this is the way that things are headed. And it's headed towards new, fresh, happy, exciting beginnings for you with the Fool card. Your wish for what will happen here in your life is the Judgment card. So you're looking for resurrection, you're looking for rebirth, you're looking for things that you may have been waiting on for a long time to happen, and they will do, because this is what you wish for. And also, I feel that the Judgment card is heavily connected with renewal and rebirth, because we see with the Fool card, new, fresh beginnings. Okay, so after the Judgment card, after the resurrection of who you are, so if we were to look at it as a progression, we're looking at the Tower card, breaking down of things that we do ourselves a lot of the time. We're taking extreme courses of action to change our lives around. Through changing the life around, through the extreme action, through tearing down the old structures that weren't any good anyway, we see the rebirth with Judgment in your wishes. So what you want is new life, new hope, second chances. And through that you do get second chances, because we've got the Fool. New beginnings, new exciting endeavours that you're going to be facing within 2016. And the central theme that ties this together is temperance across all boards. Do everything. This is the card of moderation in a way. And it says, do everything in moderation. And when I say moderation, I don't mean slow. I mean accepting that things take time, because things do take time in this reading. I can see it all over. I can see it in your career reading. I can see it in your personal life. I can see it in your home life. I can see it in your love life. I can see it in the future. Okay, there are pits and stops all along the way in this reading for you, Aries. But it says to me with that Temperance card, and how you'll react to it or how you'll deal with this is with modesty, is with balance, and is with just trusting and knowing that things do take time, but they eventually do happen for us. And when they happen in the most marvellous of ways, Aries. It's a bloody fantastic reading. And your advice card is the Page of Cups from the universe. Okay, this could be a new lover that's coming in for some of you guys. A younger lover though, a poet, a writer, someone who is in love with love, a wonderful, playful romance. If this happens for you guys, this Page of Cups is saying don't be too serious with it. Just play with it. Just have a good time. Just like what it's saying with all of this reading here. Just be gentle with yourself. Okay, which is what the Page of Cups is. Okay, don't be too in a hurry to get things like bam, 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 bam. You are in a hurry. You want things done. This is why the Tower showed up. You want to take things down. But with the Page of Cups, it's a young thing. It's a youthful energy. It's newness. There is newness happening for you this year. So be gentle with it. Be gentle with the newness. Be gentle with the new differences that are happening in your life in 2016. Okay? Look at your creative side. Look at your romantic side. Look at your child inside, okay? Just play with stuff. Just enjoy the idea of things really coming together, and they will. But don't get too serious about it, or else you'll get hung up when things don't happen as quickly as you want them to. Things are definitely changing. This is one of the best live spreads I've done for the signs of the zodiac, you Aries. It's a wonderful, wonderful reading. Really, really good. But I feel that it's telling you to take your time and be gentle with yourself in 2016. Don't punish yourself. Don't feel guilty about anything. Just do what's right for you. But do it in a very, very gentle, loving way. That's your reading, Aries, for 2016 live spread. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on this reading, guys, and I will see you on your February 2016 reading. Take care. Bye-bye.